The two thieves were unlucky enough to get caught by the police, but as soon as the officers arrived, they started ripping off her clothes. This was because the police suspected the two were men dressed as women. Turns out they were completely wrong. Just as the police were about to apologize, they got smacked hard by the woman. Actually, the police weren't lying. There really were two men disguised as beautiful women. Just a few days earlier, police had received word that someone was planning to kidnap a girl, so they sent two officers to protect the woman. But they ended up in a car accident on the way. While it wasn't life-threatening, both men's faces were injured, so the two sisters refused to participate in the evening sting operation. With no other choice, the police secretly brought in a professional makeup team. They used computer face matching technology to create realistic silicone face masks. Then they spray painted the men's skin white and put blonde wigs on them. The two burly guys were transformed into blonde bombshells, but danger struck immediately. As soon as they entered the hotel, they ran into the woman's friends. The friends could tell something was different about them right away. Just when the two men didn't know how to explain, luckily the friends just thought they'd had plastic surgery. Then the two went to the party. A wealthy man immediately took a liking to one of the women and started hitting on him. But the disguised man didn't want to talk much. The rich guy kept pestering him though, so the man pulled out pepper spray and sprayed it right in his face. Later, the two followed their friends to the mall to pick out outfits for the charity gala, but the man couldn't get the pants on no matter what. When his friend heard the struggle, she came right over to help. Using all her strength, she finally got the pants pulled up, but the next second, the man's button popped off and the clothes ripped open. Even his high heels broke. Finally, it was time for the charity gala. The socialites were auctioning off dates with themselves, donating the proceeds to charity. When the disguised man went up for auction, a wealthy bidder immediately offered $5 million for a date with him. The man had no choice but to go on the date. In the car, he deliberately picked a terrible song, but it turned out to be the rich man's favorite. The wealthy man started singing along. At the restaurant, trying to make a bad impression, the man put his feet up on the table and bit off dead skin with his teeth, spitting it into the rich man's wine glass. While eating, the man got grease all over his face and just poured fried chicken straight into his mouth. The wealthy man was stunned by this display, but the disguised man wasn't done yet. He exposed his big belly. Instead of being disgusted, the rich man was moved to tears because no one had ever been so real with him before. Seeing this, the man had to pull out his trump card. He let out a stinky fart right at the rich man, so bad it made nearby dogs run away. But the wealthy man responded with an even stinkier fart. It was so bad that the disguised